The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
That one hits a single to right field. That will score. Jaroszewski and the Stars take the lead on the RBI single by Hansen to right field.
Wells fights to keep his shoulder up. And his pin.
2:20 remains in the game. 4th and 17. The Vikings capitalize early on a big one. What will the Squirrels do? Deep pass down the field. Cooper Johnson and Mason. Oh my! What a fantastic catch by Cooper Johnson.
Dribble. Got Andrew down low. Iniger had it knocked free. Gets it back. Muscles his way in. Got it.
Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
All right, welcome back to Warrior Field here in Westside High School in Omaha, Nebraska, as we get ready for Game 3 for the Fargo Post 400 Stars in the Creighton Prep College World Series Tournament. And right now the Stars sitting at 0-2 with a walk-off loss 13-12 to Idaho Falls in a game that went a little over just shy of 3.5 hours last night. And then they would not have enough gas in the tank to compete with De Peers. De Peer would take them, I believe it was 5-1 or 6-1 last night. So Westside is coming off a doubleheader, or this is the second game of their doubleheader. They just got done playing De Peer, and they lost, I believe it was 6-2, if memory serves me correctly. I'm getting a head nod right now, so it was indeed a 6-2 loss for Westside against De Peer, the same team that defeated the Stars last night. Partly cloudy, 89 degrees, and right now we got a wind out of the southeast heading to the northwest at about 7 miles an hour, and humidity is at 34%. So that's and now they're playing on a turf field, so that makes that 89 degrees probably a little bit closer to 94, 95 degrees out there for the players on the field. So it'll be a warm one today. Hopefully it will cool down for the second game that the Stars play. We're looking at about mid to upper 80s, somewhere in that 85 to 87 degree area by the time they start that second game of the doubleheader here. Or I keep calling it a doubleheader, but it's sort of a doubleheader, not really. It's two different opponents. So that is a quick recap and a quick look ahead at what these two teams bring to the table here for today's matchup. We'll also be keeping our eyes on the West Fargo Patriots. They got a couple of games that are starting at 5 and 7:30 today as well. We're going to take another timeout, and we're going to take our first timeout actually, and then we'll come back with your starting lineups right after this.
Does a ghost pepper wing that doesn't send you into tears make any sense? Sure does to us. That's why Popeye's ghost pepper wings are more flavorful than fireful. Because in NOLA, we like to taste our food, not cry over it. We don't make sense. We make chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
At Popeyes, we've got a feast for your family. Whether it's spicy or mild fried chicken or tenders, our brand new homestyle mac and cheese, or any of our other delicious sides, there's something for everyone at the table. Try it today and earn points with Popeyes Rewards.
Game time is now only minutes away. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for this matchup.
All right, well, I was informed last night that the Westside Warriors are home in every game, so that since this is their home field, so they'll be the home team, and their visitors will be the Fargo Post 400 Stars. Of course, that's how manager Bryant likes it. They like being the visitors, so if they could have it their way, they'd be visitors even at Starion Bank Field back in Fargo. I'm pretty sure on that one, so not exactly sure why that's like, but we can get into that later. So your lineup here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. The top of the order, 1, 2, 3, is shortstop Caleb Christensen, second baseman Jackson Ammerman, and center fielder Kobe Hansen. Middle of the order, 4, 5, 6, Eli Mock, Logan Sullivan, Mock third base, Sullivan first base, and Chayton Sen, who'll be out in right field. And then the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, is Jack Demers, the catcher. Andre Work will be the designated hitter in the 8th spot. Moving down from his normal spot, a couple batters. And then left fielder Carson Bevel will be batting in the 9 slot. And I need to look at my phone here because I forgot to put in our starting pitcher here. So let me look at my text message. And is Gunnar Majerus, who will be our the starting pitcher here for the Stars. And now for the Westside Warriors, also known as the Westside KBs, batting 1, 2, 3 in the top of the order. The shortstop, number 5, Charlie Henningsen. The center fielder, number 4, Jack Scholes. And the catcher, number 11, Michael Zimmerman. In the middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the second baseman, number 7, Ethan Payton. The designated hitter, number 2, Ty Cholino. And the first baseman, number 13, Trey Savoy. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 is third baseman, number 8, Max Coughlin. Right fielder, number 23, Jackson Gouda. And the left fielder, number 22, Burke Brown. Starting on the mound for Westside, warming up right now as we speak, is number 14, Harrison Yeager. Reserves for the Westside Warriors are number 3, Brody Grock, number 6, Davidson Kryling, number 10, Braden Hosey, number 15, Landon Hall. Number 16, Grant Benson. Number 19, Andrew Strokes, who's actually not here today in this particular game. And then number 28, Lewis Hoffert. For the Stars, your reserves look like this. Matt Bryant, who's out injured, so he won't be playing today. Malachi Wermeyer, Jake Jaroszewski, Colby Nissen, Jacob Tott, Chase Lura, and added to the roster for this trip is number 33, Brady Hecker. So that will be your reserve lineup here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And we're ready to go. It's time to play the first inning of play here from Warrior Field. And I want to say thanks to Max last night for filling in for me on that Stars game versus De Pere. Certainly appreciate it, as I just got simply exhausted after that previous game, and it's been a long weekend so far. First pitch is a strike at 5:03 p.m. Once again, partly cloudy and 89 degrees. To Caleb Christensen, the batter. So once again, Harrison Yeager is the starting pitcher here for Westside. He'll be tossing him into the middle of Michael Zimmerman, as it's 1-1 now here to Caleb Christensen. Trey Savoy at first, Ethan Payton at second, Charlie Henningsen, the shortstop, Max Coughlin at third. In the outfield, you got Jack Scholes in center, Jackson Gouda in right, and Burke Brown in left field. 2 balls and a strike now here to Christensen. And the pitch, and Christensen will get a hard hit ball right over to Henningsen. He'll get it across to the glove of Savoy for out number 1 on the 6-3, and that'll bring up Jackson Hammerman.
Jackson Hammerman.
So a 6-3 ground out for the first out. Retires 1. Yeager retired the first batter on 4 pitches. And we'll get the first pitch to Ammerman for strike 1. So both batters that Yeager's faced, as he started them out with an 0-1 count. He'll miss low and out there, ball 1. Once again on deck is Colby Hansen. Stars still looking for their first win in the Creighton Prep tournament this year. That one's fouled off.
Might have been a parity.
You could argue that they should have won against Idaho Falls, but once again, errors have been a huge issue. Right now, the Stars come into this matchup 22 wins and 21 losses, so they're a win above 500. If they lose here today, they'll be on this particular game. They'll be right at 500 at 22 and 22, which coincidentally is the same record the Stars had when they went to the American Legion World Series in Shelby 2 years ago. They went in with a record of 22 wins and 22 losses, and the PA announcer at Shelby always, when they introduced the team, always gave the win-loss records, and every one of their opponents had 3 losses or less on the season, and the Stars going with 22 losses. Maybe had some people scratching their head. 3-2 sent to left, and it's over the head of the left fielder, Burke Brown. Jackson Ammerman is going to second. He'll stay there. He's got himself a base hit.
Center fielder number 2, Colby Hansen.
So double to left is a good way to start things off. And Colby Hansen That's another thing the Stars have been having trouble doing this season, is scoring in the first and or second inning of play. Usually they get things clicking in the third inning. They got things clicking yesterday against Idaho Falls in the second inning after falling 4-0 at the end of the first. Ended up losing that game 13-12 in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the ninth. 3 hours and 22 minutes, the third longest game in Magnitude sports history. So Warrior Field here at Westside High School in Omaha is the home of 2 of the top 3 longest games in Magnitude history. That one's fouled. Oh, it wasn't fouled away. It stayed in fair play, and it's caught by first baseman Savoy. Out number 2, and that brings up Eli Mock.
Third baseman, number 15, Eli Mock.
So we'll see if Mock can produce a hit here, or if he'll leave Ammerman stranded on second. First pitch, did it catch the edge? Nope, not in this inning anyway. And ball 1. 4 minutes in already. Once again, we'll check in on those scores for the West Fargo Patriots. That one pushed Eli Mock back a little bit. It's 2-0. It's a really hot day, and a lot of the Fargo Post 400s fans are standing or finding shade. There's a couple of them are braving the metal bleachers. Strike is called. Remember, we did a Post 400 Astros game against high school in North Omaha. I can't remember the name of it, but I had to set up. I purposely chose to set up in the metal bleachers instead of the press box because there wasn't a lot of room in the press box, and I ended up getting a nice little sunburn that I am officially almost fully recovered from here about 3 weeks later. That one's fouled off for strike 2, so a 2-ball, 2-strike count here to Eli Mock. Logan Sullivan awaits on deck if Mock can reach base. 2 away, runner on second, Jackson Ammerman. 5 minutes in, and Jaeger's tossed 15 pitches. 9 of them found the strike zone. He'll look back at Ammerman, now deliver the pitch, and it's a little high for ball 3. We have our first full count of the game here. I can take that back. It's the second full count of the game. Ammerman had a full count when he blasted one out to left field for that double. Payoff pitch. That one's popped up and making a run for it, but he will not have an opportunity to make a play on it. Was the first baseman Savoy. And fouled away, and it'll remain 3-2. Payoff pitch number 2 coming up here. Hard hit ball, and it will shortstop. Can he run it out? I think he did. Yes, he did. Now advance Ammerman over to third. There'll be an infield single bringing up Logan Sullivan.
First baseman, number 19, Logan Sullivan.
So runners on the corners with 2 outs now here for Logan Sullivan. They'll move Chayton Sen into the on-deck circle if Sullivan can reach base without any outs occurring. Inside, ball 1. Once again, Harrison Yeager is pitching. You got Michael Zimmerman behind the plate. Trey Savoy at first, Ethan Payton at second, Charlie Henningsen the shortstop, Max Coughlin at third. And right down the middle into the heart of the strike zone for strike 1. 1-1 the count now. In the outfield, Burke Brown in left, Jackson Gouda in right, and Jack Scholes, no T in that, in straightaway center field. Pickoff attempt there on Mock, and he's back in time as they keep their eyes closely on Ammerman, who's standing on third. 7 minutes into the ball game, 12 strikes on 20 pitches. Once again, a strike is anything that's not a ball or a hit by a pitch. That one skied up left center field. Going back, Burke Brown, Jack Scholes chasing after it. Scholes makes the catch, and that will strand 2 on base, and that will end the top half of the first. They got some production, but they couldn't get any of that production to come across home plate. And we remain at 0 here with the Warriors coming up to bat next here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At second base, Jackson Ammerman. And at first base, Logan Sullivan.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Off for Team KB, the shortstop, number 5, Charlie Henningsen.
All right, welcome back. Charlie Henningsen, the leadoff batter here for Westside. And the first pitch from Gunnar Majerus is a strike. Go around the bases here for the Stars in just a moment. That one hit well left field and one hop and barehanded grab by Carson Bevel in left field, and that will hold Henningsen to a single. So a leadoff base hit puts a runner on
Jack Schultz
on the second pitch of the game for Majerus, and that brings up Jack Schultz. 10 minutes into the game now, so this one going by a little bit faster. Nice bunt down the first base line, and he might run it out, and he does. It'll be a bunt single for Scholes that moves Henningsen up to second, and that'll bring up Michael Zimmerman.
Catcher number 11, Michael Zimmerman.
And it's another thing, we talked about a couple of things the Stars have struggled with in the top of the first, and another thing that they're struggling with in the bottom of the first is keeping the opponent off the scoreboard. They do a good job of that in innings 3 through the end of the game, but or even sometimes inning 2 through the end of the game, but inning 1's been a big problem. If an opponent can get 3, 4, or more runs in the bottom of the first against the Stars, they 8 times out of 10 go on to win that game. So the pitch was called a strike. 0-1 here to Zimmerman. And he got a piece of that going to the books as a fouled away pitch. Or catcher interference, I think, is what was called. And that will load the bases.
Second baseman, number 7, Ethan Payton. Courtesy running, number 3, Brody Gunk.
All right, so number 3, Brody Gok, no R in that, G-O-C, Brody Gok will take over the running responsibilities on first. That moves Jack Scholes up to second, Charlie Henningsen over to third. So bases loaded with nobody out. How many times have I said that this season? More than they would like me to. Pass ball through the legs of Demers, and the runners will stay put though. So the Stars get a little bit of a lucky break on that one. 1 ball, no strike here to Ethan Payton. Ty Cholino is on deck here for Westside. And he'll miss to the outside for ball 2. So the key here for the Stars is to give up 0, 1, or 2 at the max. They allow 3 here in the bottom of the first. That could be trouble. I know there's a lot of baseball to be played, but it could be trouble. Ball 3. And it could be even more trouble if he walks Ethan Payton here. Because Payton will not be swinging on this pitch unless it's the pitch of his dreams. But, yeah, he's got to be careful not to throw ball 4, and he does just that, and it's 1-0 Westside. On the bases loaded walk that scores Charlie Henningsen. Ty Cholino is the batter now. So this is exactly how about 40% of the Stars games have started, with the opponent scoring that first run on a bases loaded walk or hit by a pitch. And that one skied up left field. Carson Bevel's underneath it, and he patiently waits for it to drop in his glove. And Jack Scholes will tag, and now the throw to second, and they got him. No, they did not get him. From my vantage point, it looked like that throw was going to be there in time, but a nice job there by Brody Gok, I'll get it right here, to get his left hand on the bag just in the nick of time to slide underneath that tag. So Cholino with a sac fly to left to score Jack Scholes, and that brings up Trey Savoy.
First baseman, number 13, Trey Savoy.
The other runners stay put. Brody Gok on second, and he almost got picked off. On that fly out, not on that particular pickoff attempt, but on the fly out, he almost got tagged out. And Ethan Payton stands on first, and this one, is fouled away for strike 1. So no balls and a strike here to the first baseman, Trey Savoy. Max Coughlin is on deck. 1 out on the sac fly that has scored the lone run of the game so far. Throw to third, not in time. He got in there rather easily. And now will free up first base as Ethan Payton also takes a trip to second. And now 2 runners in scoring position here with a 2 balls, 1 strike count to Trey Savoy, and a base hit could really get them to that 3-run mark that we've been talking about. And this one, bouncing ball towards short, and he mishandles it, and it's another error. And a run scores on that error, and once again, these Stars opponents capitalize on an error.
Third baseman, number 8, Max Coughlin.
And I mean, I can see the argument for both, but you gotta let it develop a little bit more. Most runners don't go off rate as it takes a runner a little bit to realize what's going on. I can see it work once.
So Ethan Payton's on second, Trey Savoy is on first, and run scores on that, all on that same error by the shortstop Christensen. And this one hit hard, and it'll find itself to left field. And that will reload the bases now with another base hit. And Max Coughlin, I didn't even get to say his name, and he's already on first base.
Right fielder number 23, Jackson Gouda.
So now Jackson Gouda will try and do some more damage here to help his team out.
Hey, I'm bringing back the controls. Alright. Is that okay, you guys? I'll bring back the controls. How good situation Not too bad, you know.
He'll miss there with the ball. It's 1-0. It's kind of like in basketball. They tell you to, or even football for that matter, they tell you to not run before you catch the ball. I think that would solve about 50% of these Stars' errors if they would focus on getting the ball before making the play. I know they want to make a big play, but sometimes that costs them. That one just over Gunnar Majerus, and they'll get the lead runner at second. Ethan Payton will score. It's 4-0 now, I think. Yeah.
Left fielder number 22, Burke Brown.
So Ethan Payton scores. Gouda reaches on an RBI fielder's choice. Savoy over to third. Coughlin out at second. And that brings up Burke Brown. Did you catch all that, or do I need to repeat it? Okay. All right, so Payton scores. Savoy over to third. Coughlin out at second. And that puts Gouda on first with the fielder's choice. Runners on the corners now with one out, and Burke Brown the batter. 1 ball, no strike officially here. As Majerus will lean in and get the call here from Demers. Now he'll take a long stare over at first and deliver. And that one is right down the middle. And a little bit of a late swing there. Or another catcher's interference call. So that will load the bases. I've never seen 2 catcher obstruction calls in the same inning, not alone the same game.
Top of the order for Team KB, shortstop number 5, Charlie Henningsen.
I've seen it happen 3 times this season, and 2 of those times have been in this bottom of the first. And once again, just like yesterday against Idaho Falls, they gave up 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Hard hit ball down the third base line. That'll bounce foul. And you can put a strike on the board for that one. The only difference between this game and that game is this game's going about 10 minutes faster up to this point. Strike called. Looking for that crucial second out that has been eluding them play after play after play and batter after batter after batter. Or that third out, I should say. And here's a grounder and a second. They got it. That'll strand 2 on base. And they get out of it, giving up 4, just like they did against Idaho Falls yesterday. 21 minutes instead of 32 after 1 inning of play. And we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Abby says she wants to marry a B-Dubs honey barbecue wing. We get the sweet, tangy allure of honey barbecue sauce, but you can't marry a chicken wing. What are you going to serve at the wedding? Their family? 26 sauces and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. Chayton Sen will lead it off here for the Stars, who trail 4-0.
Leading off for the Stars, right fielder number 9, Chayton Sen.
All right, the 0-1 pitch to Senton. That is a little high, and it's 1-1. So no runs on, or I'm sorry, 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 Stars errors, and 2 left on base in the bottom of the first. The Stars, no runs on 2 hits, no errors for Westside. They also leave 2 on base, and that's a 1-3 ground out for Chayton Senn.
The catcher, number 12, Jack Demers.
So Demers to the plate puts Andre Work on deck, who's had a rough tournament so far. Andre Work, I think 0 for 8 or 0 for 9 here in the Creighton Prep tournament so far. And he awaits on deck. Of course, the Stars had some success with the bottom portion of that batting lineup yesterday in that game against Idaho Falls, which in all reality is the only game that they put up any sort of competition in. DePere just took advantage of the fact that the Stars played about 3 extra innings of baseball, and they had no problem getting strikes and getting a bunch of 1, 2, 3 innings. That one kind of rolls into home plate, takes a popcorn bounce off the plate and off the catcher's helmet, or face mask, I should say. Long story short, it's a ball. 2-2 the count. And Demers left center, but it looks like Burke Brown's going to be there, and he is. And that's out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down brings up Andre Work.
The DH, number 8, Andre Work.
So Carson Bev will move into the on-deck circle should Work reach base.
I try to like polish up stuff to make you feel good about it.
And it's a ball, I guess.
Good coaching.
It looked like it was on the outside edge of the plate to me, but it apparently was not.
Oh, you started it.
Inside, and that should be ball 2, and it is. So 1 miss to the outside, 1 miss to the inside. We'll see where he puts the 2-0 pitch at here for Yeager. He'll go right down the middle and get him swinging. 2-1. Nice pitch there by Yeager.
I'm sure you do, Johnny.
Fans a little more chitty-chatty today than they were in previous games. Check swing foul. And we're even at 2.
Left out.
And swing and a miss. And Andre Work is now 0 for 10 in the Creighton Prep tournament. It's a strikeout to end the top half of the second. So he'll go down swinging. It's 4-0, and the Warriors looking to add to that when we return after this. They'll bring up Henningsen, Scholes, and Zimmerman. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3. And Majerus with pitch 21 after this. Stay tuned. It's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcasted on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best, then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to them today. All right, welcome back. As we're coming out of the break, Charlie Henningsen would fly out for out number 1. And I'll bring up Jack Scholes now. Oh, I must be a batter behind here. This it was Scholes who popped out, and it's Zimmerman who's batting now. All right, let's see. We got 1-1 here to Zimmerman, and now you can make it 2-1. So I got caught up on all my stats now. Zimmerman reached on catcher's interference last time he was at the plate. And that one is missing for ball 3. Just got an update on the West Fargo game. It was scheduled for 5, and for whatever reason, the game has been moved until 6 p.m. They'll be playing the Gretna Juniors. And now a walk here to Zimmerman. We'll put a runner on, and I'll bring up Ethan Payton.
Second baseman, number 7, Ethan Payton.
So 6 o'clock start for West Fargo and Gretna.
Courtesy running, number 3, Brody Gunk.
So once that game gets started, we'll bring you updates on it. And I'll tell you this, if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, you would love watching games at Gretna. I saw on the Game Changer video yesterday, they have the Gretna logo is either an exact match or pretty darn close to an exact match for the Green Bay Packers. Nice catch there by Caleb Christensen at short. Fired it back over to try and get Zimmerman out, but Zimmerman be out in time. And Ty Cholino will step up to the plate now here after the line drive out to the shortstop Christensen. And Cholino scored the first of 4 runs with a sac fly to deep left last time he was at the plate. We've hit the 30-minute mark of the ball game now here with 2 away in the bottom of the second. So once again, the Stars showing a little bit more glimmer of hope here in the bottom of the second, unlike they did in the bottom of the first. Hesitant, and on a bounce, he is safe. And had he not hesitated on that throw, it's possible he may have gotten tagged out, but we'll never know for sure. So Zimmerman successfully steals second. Pitch comes across as ball 2. And now it's a sympathy strike is what I'll call that one, because that certainly looked outside for ball 3. Let's see, expands the strike zone every 9 pitches. That one's going to find the gap. Well, maybe not. Bevel's racing for it, and he made the catch. Nice job. That will strand one on base, and we'll go to the bottom of the second as... we'll go to the top of the third is what I meant to say. Top of the third coming up after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back. Top of the third, Carson Bevel. Let's try that again. Carson Bevel is the leadoff batter, and he'll drill it foul for strike one. So the North Platte Nationals, who defeated Westside in the earlier game 6-2, is come back from their short break, and they will wait to play the Stars once this game comes to a conclusion. That game's scheduled for 7 o'clock. Or I'm sorry, it's scheduled for 7:30 actually. And I would say at the moment, whoa, that is that ricocheted like a pinball inside of the Fargo Post 400 Stars dugout. PA announcer asked them if they're all right and got a thumbs up from whoever's right to the right of Malachi Wurmeyer gave us the thumbs up. But yeah, that one. If you've ever played pinball, it literally took 3 or 4 bounces inside the dugout. Swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes. Out number 1. Second strikeout for Yeager.
Shortstop number 6, Caleb Christensen.
And now we flip it back to the top of the order here with Caleb Christensen. So we'll see if they can get something going here with 1 out and start to cut into that 4-0 deficit that they're facing. That is a hit right over to Peyton at second. It's a 4-3 ground out.
Second baseman number 28, Jackson Ammerman.
Some bright news for Post 400 fans. The Astros defeated Fargo Post 2 1-0 earlier today, so they picked up a win over crosstown rival. Of course, Fargo Post 2 varsity team is playing in the Battle of Omaha tournament down here in Omaha. And that one is a little short pop out to Henningsen, the shortstop, and that will end the top of the third. So it's a quick 1-2-3 inning here. And it'll be Savoy, Coughlin, and Gouda. 6, 7, and 8. Majerus with pitch 32 after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them. And that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
All right, welcome back here. Majerus will get 1 or 2 more warm-ups here, and then we'll see the first baseman, Trey Savoy, step up to the plate. Once again, partly cloudy, 89 degrees here at Westside High School in Omaha, Nebraska. I went to the zoo today. I didn't expect to stay there for just shy of 4 hours, but I did. And then I was about to leave, and then I found out they had an alligator exhibit, so I had no choice but to go check that out because That's one of my favorite animals that lives on land or partially sometimes in water. And then they also have the aquarium there, so I got to see my first favorite animal, a shark. So once again, just shy of a 4-hour experience. Got there about 10:30, left about 2:30, closer to 3 o'clock today. Sat in my car, put in the rosters for Westside and North Platte, and then I drove to the field, and now you know the story from there.
First baseman number 13, Trey Savoy.
Jones actually has no case.
That pitch is a little bit outside. It only costs $29 to get into the zoo, which is rather reasonable in my humble opinion, considering all the things they have there that you can see.
But I don't, because Johnny pitches our outfit gets way worse.
2 balls and no strikes. They also have a cool, like, kind of like a ski lift thing that goes over the rhinos, giraffes part of the park. It goes over other areas too, but I was gonna get on that. It cost $11, but the machine wasn't working to spit out the ticket. So either that or I didn't know how to operate it. One of the two. So it's probably the latter of those two. Here's a ground ball to third. 2 hops thrown over. 5-3 ground out. So that's 1 down. Brings up Max Coughlin.
Third baseman number 8, Max Coughlin.
What? Shouldn't need that to happen.
Went downtown last night after the late games for the Stars, and Jacob Tops coming out to get a ball that escaped the dugout. That's why time was called. And went to, I don't know the name of the pizza place, but it's kind of like right across the street from TD American Trade Park. And I showed up for 1 beverage, and I didn't get it finished before they kicked people out of there. They let me stay an extra 12 minutes to have a second beverage, which I was originally denied. And then the second person came up and said, "Do you want another one?" I'm like, "I absolutely do." 1-1 the count now here to Coughlin.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we harnessed when we were up on it by quite a bit. We won that game. That was awesome. That was actually
And 2 innings ago, that would have been a ball. And now he is calling the strikes on those outer edge pitches. 1-2 the count. And that one will skip in for ball 2. Didn't reach the plate.
I wish they would give me that air so bad.
Go back, come in. Let's go, kid. I'm back.
And then that restaurant I was at last night that I was telling you about is that once popped up and filed away. They told me to come back this morning, and I was like, "Do you serve breakfast?" It's like, "No, it's pizzas and a beverage I won't talk about." And I'm like, I don't know if I'm up for that at 9:30 in the morning. Coughlin rolls that one foul into the Stars dugout, so it rolls into it gently, which is a lot nicer than what the Stars did when they drilled one in there and it ricocheted around like a pinball. 2-2. Full count, 3-2. No one's outside and walk him. So Coughlin's on base. Jackson Gouda now is the batter.
Right fielder number 23, Jackson Gouda.
He's 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. Stars, Gunnar Majerus faced 9 batters in the bottom of the first. That one popped up, going out towards right field. Chayton Sen makes the grab for out number 2. Now bring up Burt Brown. He also reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate.
Guess what, Johnny?
Swing and a miss for a strike here to Burt Brown. That puts the top of the order on deck with Charlie Henningsen, the shortstop. That one will miss outside. He was trying to throw a curveball or maybe a breaking ball, and it slipped out of his hands on the release, and it never broke. 1-1. And now he'll try and pick off Coughlin, and now the ball's going to go into shallow right field. And heading into third is Max Coughlin, and once again, the Westside Warriors capitalize on a mistake made by the Stars. Two extra bases on that mistake. And it remains 1-1 here to Burke. Or Brown. Got his first name and last name mixed up there for a moment. But now Burke Brown with a great chance to bat in his teammate from third and make it 5-0 potentially here. There is 2 outs. So you'll need a base hit to do it. And that one will ricochet right back to the backstop off the
2s across the board.
Second post to the right. And it's a full count now at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on base. 90 feet away, and Westside looking to bring him in and score. And there'll be a walk, and now we have runners on the corners. So once again, the Stars get into that. Runners on the corner, bases loaded.
Number 5, Charlie Henningsen.
2 runners on, bases loaded. 2 runners on, bases loaded. That's kind of how the bottom of the first inning went. And we're starting to see that here in the bottom of the third. And that one is right into the glove of Jackson Ammerman. That will strand 2 runners on base, and then the third inning will play. So it's a line drive out to Ammerman at second, and that'll bring us to Kobe Hansen, Eli Mock, and Logan Sullivan. Batters 3, 4, and 5 when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Abby says she wants to marry a B-Dubs honey barbecue wing. We get the sweet, tangy allure of honey barbecue sauce, but you can't marry a chicken wing. What are you going to serve at the wedding? Their family? 26 sauces and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. Kobe Hansen, he popped out to the first baseman last time he was up. He'll be the leadoff batter here in the top of the 4th. This game cruising along rather speedily. We're at 47 minutes here through 3 innings of play. And Kobe Hansen will face pitch 40 from Harrison Yeager. Looked like he was going to show bunt. Pitch will go outside for ball 1. Once again, it's Hansen, Mock, and Sullivan that we'll see for sure this inning. The 1-0 pitch popped way up and way out of play. And that one goes up over the top of Kobe Hansen. That'll be ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike now here to Kobe Hansen. This is probably of the games we've done here this year and the games we've done here last year. This is probably the least windiest day of all those games that we've done here at this particular field. Right now the wind's to the northeast at about 5 miles per hour. A little bit low and out. We're at 3-1 now to Kobe Hansen. Once again, Eli Mock is on deck. Stars coming that close, 90 feet shy of being down 5-0 instead of 4-0. But they were able to strand that runner. Now this one's going to be popped up. And calling it for it is the right fielder, Jackson Gouda, and he will make the catch for the out.
Third baseman, number 15, Eli Mock.
So pop out to shallow right, and Eli Mock got on base with an infield single. Is able to run out the throw on the hit towards right between shortstop and third last time he was at the plate. That one dropped a little low, and it's ball 1. That one's sent out to center field. That should be no problem for Scholes, and it is exactly just that, no problem. And we have 2 away.
First baseman, number 19, Logan Sullivan.
Logan Sullivan will step up to the plate, flied out to left field into the glove of Scholes.
I beg your pardon.
Oh,
Number 4,
Malachi Wurmeyer.
Malachi Wurmeyer
is going to take the place of Logan Sullivan in the number 5 spot. And a strike is thrown there by Yeager, and it's 0-1 here to Wurmeyer. Checking the on-deck circle. Looks like Chayton Sen is indeed on deck. We'll see if we have any defensive changes with this switch in the number 3 spot, or the number 5 spot, excuse me, once the Stars take the outfield. Sullivan was playing first base. One ball and 2 strikes here to Wurmeyer. And Wurmeyer fouls it away towards the batting cages, and that'll be good for strike 2. Or actually, it was already a 2-strike count. That fouled away pitch was pitch 50 for Yeager, 19 balls, 31 strikes. Pitch 51 is also fouled away. And the 1-2 swung on, fouled at the plate. So he's fouled off the last 3 in a row after taking 2 strikes and a ball. And unless it's way outside, he's going to likely keep swinging. Either that or way inside. And he's going to go to the inside, and he tried to clip the edge but just missed. And he can afford that, though. It's now a 2-2 count. Right now is where you kind of hope that you don't miss on your pitches here. He's going to go right down to the heart of the plate, but it drops below the knees for ball 3, and now the count is full. For the first plate appearance for Malachi Wurmeyer in this game. 2 away, Chayton Sen patiently waits on deck to see if he can get an opportunity or not here in the top of the 4th. And he might. That one is going foul. And had it stayed fair, it would have been a solo home run. This is the 10th pitch of the plate appearance from Malachi Wurmeyer. Pair of strikes and a ball, 3 fouled away, 2 balls and a fouled away pitch for nine pitch attempts here. And here's pitch number 10. Got him looking. And Wurmeyer's looking at the ground like he thought he was going to be walked. Maybe with a little bit of frustration there. All batters hate to go down looking on a 3-2 count, and that's what happened that time, and that played a slight role in that frustration. We will go now to the middle of the 4th. We'll go to the middle of the 4th / bottom of the 4th. We're now halfway through, and the 4-0 lead for the Warriors from the bottom of the 1st is holding right now. And we'll see if it continues to hold in the second half of this game right after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Does a ghost pepper wing that doesn't send you into tears make any sense? Sure does to us. That's why Popeye's ghost pepper wings are more flavorful than fireful. Because in NOLA, we like to taste our food, not cry over it. We don't make sense. We make chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
At Popeyes, we've got a feast for your family. Whether it's spicy or mild fried chicken or tenders, our brand new homestyle mac and cheese, or any of our other delicious sides, there's something for everyone at the table. Try it today and earn points with Popeyes Rewards.
All right, welcome back to Warrior Field here at Westside High School in Omaha, Nebraska. It's day 2 of the Creighton Prep College World Series Tournament. And right now the Stars find themselves down 4-0. It is the 44th game of the season for the Stars. It is the 28th game of the season here for Westside. Westside comes into this matchup with a record of 16 wins, 10 losses, and 1 tie. That tie came back on June 15th when they would tie 6-6 with KC Warriors. So a couple of teams named Warriors battling out in that 6-6 tie. But neither Warrior squad could come out on top in that one. That's their lone tie of the season. At the plate here is Jack Scholes. He's 1 for 2, a infield single off a bunt. And then he would fly out to shallow right the last time he was at the plate. Fouls this one off. We're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 21 balls, 29 strikes on 50 throws here for Majerus. And now on pitch 52, he will strike out Scholes for, I think, the first strikeout of the game for the Stars. Yep, it is.
Catcher number 11, Michael Zimmerman.
The West Fargo game versus Gretna is now underway. They just started that game here a couple seconds ago. So we'll get you score updates from that one throughout the duration of the second half of this game.
Ones across the board.
57-minute mark of this ball game now. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. The North Platte team, from a distance, looks like the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks with the when the Redhawks wear their red jersey. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Gunnar Majerus. And a quick 2-up, 2-down brings up Ethan Payton.
7, Ethan Payton.
Payton 0 for 1. He was walked first time up, then he lasered one right into the glove of Caleb Christensen at short for a line drive out last time he was at the plate. Here's the windup, and the pitch is going to hit the edge for a strike, 0-1. That one is another. Oh, and he dropped it. It could have been back-to-back line drive outs to the shortstop, and he dropped it. And that'll be an error. Not how Peyton wants to reach base. He'd rather reach it on a base hit, but he'll take the error. So E6 on that play if you're scoring at home. Ty Chelino now is 0 for 1. Sac fly to left to make it 1-0 at that point in the game. And then he would fly out to left last time he was at the plate. I believe that fly out ended the inning too, if memory serves me correctly. 1-0 here to Chelino. Pitch 60 from Jairus coming up right here. High for ball 2. 24-36 in favor of strikes on the 60 pitch split. Ball 3. And that one will be ball 4, and he'll walk him. Trey Savoy, the first baseman.
Number 13, Trey Savoy.
Steps up to the plate now.
Timeout Stars.
And now we have a visit to the mound here for, see, that is Coach Fichtner going out to have a chat at the mound. This visit to the mound here for the Fargo Post-400 Stars is brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency of Fargo. You can visit their website at marshmma.com to learn about the services they can provide for you in the Fargo, West Fargo, Moorhead, and it looks like we have a change at first base. It is Jack Demers, possibly with a change at catcher as well. Possibly Malachi Wermeyer playing catcher. We'll see if we can confirm that here. It is Jack Demers at first, and I'm guessing it is Malachi Wermeyer, as that's one of his normal positions, is behind the plate. Anyways, that visit to the mound was brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency in Fargo. And it is indeed Malachi Wermeyer behind the plate. So Wermeyer behind the plate, Jack Demers at first, everybody else in their original positions. Majerus stays on the mound, and he gets 2 balls and a strike here against the first baseman, Savoy. Savoy goes for third. That one's popped up. Backpedaling is Demers into foul territory, and he makes the catch. And that's out number 3. That'll end the 4th inning. They strand 2 on base, but they still have a 4-0 lead after 4 complete. We'll be back in a moment to see if the Stars can do anything in the top of the 5th when we return after this. Here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture, and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Sen.
Welcome back. Chayton Sen is the batter. Once again, 4 runs in the bottom of the first. That's all we've seen in this game so far. Sen will bunt it towards third, and he will not be able to run it out. It'll be a bunt out for out number 1. Goes in the books as a 1-3.
First baseman, number 12, Jack Demers.
Jack Demers 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. So Logan Sullivan's completely out of the game. He did not move to the outfield like he would sometimes do. And it'll be back-to-back 1-3 ground outs on 2 pitches. So 2 pitches and 2 outs. You can't ask for any better efficiency than that.
DH number 8, Andre Work.
And then you got Mr. Due for a hit at some point. He's been struggling for quite some time here. I mentioned earlier that he's 0 for 10 in this tournament, but you could go further back in this tournament. And I don't know the exact numbers, but it's not a very good one. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Andre Work. If I had to make a wild guess, I'd say he's 5 for 22 in the last, I don't know, about maybe 11, 12 games probably. And prior to that, there was no pitcher who could strike him out. Like, he was making contact. He's just gone into a slump of sorts. He does have 5 home runs on the year.
You're right. You're right.
But that 5th home run came about what seemed like an eternity ago. He'll walk. He'll get himself on base, and
Left fielder number
Carson
10,
Bevel
Carson
now
Bevel.
will be the batter. Ball 1. So with the walk to Work, it puts the top of the order on deck. That's Caleb Christensen. 62 pitches to go through the lineup twice here for, actually no, because this would be the final batter of that second time through the lineup. Throw up second is not there. And check the runner on second here really quick. It is indeed Andre Work. I thought I saw a different jersey number. And he walks back-to-back batters. This one on 4 pitches. And it's 2 on now. Caleb Christensen will be the next batter, but first there's going to be a visit to the mound here for Westside. So they'll talk things over. This visit to the mound brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency of Fargo. You can visit them online at their website, marshmma.com, to learn about the services they can provide for you in the Fargo, West Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding areas. Once again, their website is marshmma.com. And this visit to the mound for the Westside Warriors has been presented by the Marsh McLennan Agency in Fargo. We are 1 hour and 7 minutes into this ball game. Let's, while we have a moment here, let's take a peek at the West Fargo Patriots. They are taking on the KB Seniors. Oh, wait, no, I pulled up the wrong game. That's this game here. Give me 1 second here. I'll pull up the right game. They're playing Gretna. They won both of their games yesterday, and right now in the top of the first, And Brady Medina has just hit a grand slam to left field. And the West Fargo Patriots in the top of the first now lead 7-0 over Gretna, excuse me. And there's only one out. Connor Entz is the batter for the West Fargo Patriots. I love it when I just tune in and they hit a home run. It's like I might have to start having them pay me extra for just tuning in and giving updates because they always do well when I give an update.
That's it.
2-1 here to Caleb Christensen. 2 runners on base, first and second. Andre Work on second. On first is Carson Bevel. On deck is Jackson Ammerman. That one's fouled away. We're at 2-2 now. Oh, my apologies. That home run didn't make it 7-0. That home run made it 4-0. So the score popped up before the play happened. So it's 3-0 West Fargo, not 7. And that's an out. And that will strand 2 on base for the Stars, and we go to the middle of the 5th. So just to clarify, it's 4-0 here, and West Fargo has a 3-0 lead over Gretna, over at Gretna High School. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Welcome back. It's Max Coughlin. 1-for-1, single to the left and a walk on his 2 trips to the plate.
Coughlin.
And here's the pitch. And that'll pop away. Ball 1. Coughlin, Gouda, and Brown pending changes are the batters that we'll see for sure this inning here. It's 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup here for Westside. And a called strike will even it up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike at the 1 hour, 11 minute mark of the ball game. And that's ball 2. As Wurmeyer will corral that to the ground. Once again, Wurmeyer came in the bottom of the 4th to take over for Jack Demers, who moved up to first base. Now there's a hard hit ball that goes foul for a strike. Logan Sullivan has been taken out of the game. I'm not sure if that was a coach's decision. Maybe there was an injury or what the situation was. But if we find out anything for sure, we'll pass that along to you. Swing and a miss. That'll be a strikeout. His 3rd of the game for Gunnar Majerus.
Jackson Gouda.
Now Jackson Gouda 0 for 2, fielder's choice, and a fly out to right. Here's the windup in the delivery from Majerus, and he gets in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Stars here about 6 outs away from moving to 500 on the season. That was a foul tip. It was caught for strike 2. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes. Can Majerus get his 4th strikeout? No, he cannot. Instead, that's popped up shallow right, and just before it reaches the outfield, Jackson Ammerman, the second baseman, will make the catch.
Left fielder number 22, Burke Brown.
Burke Brown, the batter now. He's 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice, and then was walked. That one sent high to center field. Colby Hansen should have a play on it, and he does. That ends the 5th inning of play. So it's a quick 5th, and we go to the 6th, and it's still 4-0. And that line score, along with the 3 errors, explains it all. They scored 4 runs on 2 errors in the bottom of the 1st, and that's been the story of the game so far. We'll see if that story of the game gets modified or not here going into the top of the 6th when we return after this. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th, Jackson Ammerman. Strike 1. Also live on Magnitude Sports right now, it's Kindred taking on Gardner in B Legion baseball. Right now, Gardner has a 2-0 lead in the top of the 4th. And you can watch that game live on Magnitude Sports. This one's popped up, and grounded over to short, and it's a ground out on a 6-3.
Center fielder number 2, Colby Hansen.
Colby Hansen's 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts, one to the first baseman, one to the second baseman. Both of them were in shallow right field on those pop-outs to the first and second. Now we'll hit the edge for a strike, 0-1. The first inning of play over at Gretna has come to a conclusion, and West Fargo will go up to bat in the top of the 2nd with a 3-0 lead in that particular game. We'll keep you updated on that as the scores continue to roll in. 1 ball, 1 strike, and that one's a little bit high and in. Moorhead, Fargo Post 2, also playing in the Battle of Omaha tournament, so it's not the same tournament as this one here. West Fargo and Fargo Post 400 are playing in. 3-1. Shot foul. 3-2. Full count. Well, top of the 6th, we're an hour and 17 minutes in. This game definitely going a lot quicker than the game yesterday was. Time is called here by Colby Hansen. Eli Mock is on the on-deck circle right now. Once again, there's 1 out. And a full count here as Yeager will try and get out number 2 recorded. And he will not. They'll be fouled. And we'll do it all over again. Yeager, according to my numbers, has pitch 80 coming up here. And they'll call him on a strikeout looking. That records out number 2. That'll bring up Eli Mock.
Third baseman, number 15, Eli Mock.
Now it's fouled back. I have to wonder what level of frustration exists with Post 400 fans, and maybe more so players and coaches. Because when you look at the line score, you take the first inning away and it's a 0-0 game right now. So I'm sure the question that some Stars fans are asking are, why can they play so well in the second inning and beyond, but not the first inning? There's a strike. 2-2 the count.
Well, you know, it rains every year when the College World Series comes, but it hasn't this year.
Full count now, 3-2. Owen's fouled away. And the payoff pitch will do it over. Sorry, got the hiccups here. 87, pitch 87 coming up here. Once again, the pitch limit is 105. So he's nearing that. That'd be a base hit out in the center field.
I got you.
So Eli Mock on first. Now Malachi Wermeyer.
Catcher number 4, Malachi Wermeyer.
So Yeager with pitch 88 here against Wermeyer at the 1 hour 20 minute mark of the ball game. Wermeyer showing bunt. Now the throw back up to first and back standing is Mock. 1 ball, no strike here to Wermeyer. Popped up and fouled. So the next pitch is 90. That puts him 15 shy of the pitch count limit. And once again, 90 pitches is unofficial. And he gets a strike. Strike 2. 52 strikes have found the strike zone on 90 tosses for Yeager. He has 15 tosses approximately remaining.
We'll have a full-blown conversation.
Fouled off. Swing and a miss. And another strikeout. Now bring us to the bottom of the 6, as that's out number 3. And it'll be Henningsen, Scholes, and Zimmerman. They top the order, 1, 2, 3, pending changes. When we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Little's Wood Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Welcome back. Bottom of the sixth, 4-0 lead here for the Warriors. Charlie Henningsen.
Top of the order for Team KB, shortstop number 5, Charlie Henningsen.
1 for 2, a single to left and a line drive into the glove of second baseman Jackson Ammerman. Now he makes his third plate appearance in this ball game. It remains 4-0 after the 4 runs scored all in the bottom of the first. And since then, it's been nothing but goose eggs on that scoreboard. Pitch is, I thought that was going to be a ball, but I was wrong. I mean, when was the last time I was wrong? Like earlier this game? Yeah. 3-1. This one will find the 5-6 hole into left field. Base hit and a runner on. And that brings up Jack Scholes. Four runs on 4 hits now. And that's their first hit since the bottom of the first. Because they had 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors for the Stars at the end of the first inning. So they have 4 hits now, so that, unless both myself and the scoreboard operator missed a hit earlier, that's their first hit since the bottom of the first. Nice strike is called here, 1-1. And another error, and that will allow Henningsen, to get to second. Four errors in this game for the Stars. It seems like they've been averaging 4 or 5 a game. This one popped away and out of play. Good for strike number 2. And that one goes into center field. And because he won't advance, there will be no error on the play. I don't know if there was a miscommunication there or what, but popped up and making the catch is Jack Demers. That's good for the first out of the inning, believe it or not.
Catcher number 11, Michael Zimmerman.
Batter 3 in the lineup, it's Michael Zimmerman. One out in the line and delivery, and that one is going to right center field. And he cannot get to it, and he needed about an extra step. A for effort for Colby Hansen, but rounding third is Charlie Henningsen, and he will score. And Zimmerman will just trade spots with Henningsen as it's an RBI double.
Second baseman, number 7, Ethan Payton.
5-0 lead now here for Westside. Ethan Payton 0 for 2, a walk, a line drive to the shortstop, and reached on an error.
Number 15, Landon Hall.
Michael Zimmerman will come off the base. Landon Hall will come on to second to run for Westside. They now lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that will miss for a ball, and it's 1-0. And that one hit hard to third. He'll look the runner at second, back to third, not going to be in time. He looked the runner at second to try and keep him there so he could get the ball back for a possible 5-3-5 double play, but it just turns into a 5-3 ground out instead.
And the H, number 2, Ty Chelino.
So runner on third with 2 outs now. Ty Chelino, the batter. And Chelino into left field, and that will bring in Landon Hall from third, and it's 6-0. I'll go into the books as a RBI single for Chelino.
First baseman, number 13, Trey Savoy.
So that is 6 runs on 6 hits now. And Trey Savoy, the batter. And that is a ball. Ball 1. Pickoff attempt, but runner's back in time. And a strike is called. It's 1-1. West Fargo is batting in the top of the second. They still have a 3-0 lead. And Caleb Deere just struck out. So they're moving to the bottom of the second now. Still leading 3-0 in that game against Gretna. That one going to right field, and it will, right on the line, it's foul. Like it literally dropped on the white line, and I don't see any movement from Westside coaches here. I would have thought they would have come out and maybe questioned that one, but I thought I saw like shot bounce up from the white line. Usually that's a fair ball, but this time they called it foul. Matter of fact, you can still see the white scattered off to the right side where that ball hit. Either that or something white on the field that wasn't there earlier. 2-2 the count here to Savoy, the second baseman. Full count now here to Savoy. So Stars, unless they can do something miraculous in the top of the 7th, like score 6 runs, will move to 22-22 on the season if they cannot figure out a way to come back and win this one. And the Westside will improve to 17-10-1 should this 6-0 lead hold. Swing and a miss, and a drop third strike, and he's thrown out for out number 3. That strands the runner on base and ends the 6th inning of play. The Stars need 6 outs, but they only have 6 runs. They only have 3 outs to work with. We will see what they can do in the top of the 7th here in a moment on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 7th. Stars need 6 to force the bottom of the 7th. They have 3 outs to work with. Now start with Chayton Sen. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup. Time of the game through 6 innings of play, 1 hour, 34 minutes. So, in other words, about your average baseball game. Most of them fall in that 130 to 145 range. Two 2-0 here to Chayton Sen. And Chayton Sen finds the gap. And that is a base hit.
Now to bat for Fargo, number 33, Brady Hecker.
So Brady Hecker will take the place of Jack Demers.
Oh, yeah.
It's close, Harry. It's close. You're all right.
So pitch 98 coming up here. Yeager might be able to finish out this inning with no pitching change required. Or finish up this game is what I meant to say. And that would be great news for Westside moving forward. The save on some of their pitching schedule. 2-1 the count here to Brady Hecker. And pitch 99 from Yeager. Fouled back, strike 2. And that'll miss for a ball. 1-0 now, or I'm sorry, 3-2. Wait, no. Yes, 3-2. My opponent. I'll get it right. That one hit well to left, but also foul. Hecker showing off some swing, some pop in his bat. For what I believe is his first time playing for the Stars. I don't remember his name on the roster during spring training. And a walk. So 2 runners on now.
Timeout, Kitty.
For Andre Work. And that will do it. Yeager at 102 pitches. He could face Andre Work and be allowed to finish him to exceed 105. But they are going to go ahead and pull him and bring in a new pitcher. So we'll have a pitching change. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Abby says she wants to marry a B-Dubs Honey Barbecue Wing. We get the sweet, tangy allure of honey barbecue sauce, but you can't marry a chicken wing. What are you going to serve at the wedding? Their family? 26 sauces and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Santana Concrete LLC in Barnesville comes highly recommended from their customers. But don't take our word for it, take theirs. Dan states that the team is
polite, friendly, and efficient.
Lee tells us that
quality work for a fair price is hard to find.
Here's Mike from Post 400 Baseball.
Santana Concrete did a wonderful job laying the concrete foundation for our new press box.
And Jasmine shares
they do amazing work.
Check them out by searching Santana Concrete LLC on Facebook or call 218-790-6560.
All right, welcome back. So be Jacob Top taking the place of Andre Work in the 8th spot here in the batting lineup for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And
now, back for the Stars, number 14, Jacob Top.
He's got 2 runners on with nobody out. And the Stars down 6-0, looking to make something happen here in the top of the 7th. 5 is not enough. They need 6. A strike is called on the square up from Top. Of course, more than 6 would be even better, but yeah, the way this game is gone, I don't expect any team to score 6 in an inning right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, runners move to 2nd and 3rd on the block, and the pitch is 1 ball, or the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Jacob Top. Swing and a miss, strikes him out for out number 1. And this will be Carson Bevel.
Number 10, Carson Bevel.
Here's the pitch to Bevel. He'll take it for strike 1.
Come on, Bev.
The 0-2 pitch. Missed it for a ball, 1-2. Once again, the runners on are Brady Hecker on 2nd, Chayton Sen on 3rd. Caleb Christensen is the scheduled batter, and he is indeed awaiting the on-deck circle. And if no double plays happen, we'll see him next. It's ball 2 now, 2-2 count. That one is hit into left field, and the Stars are going to put a run on the board. RBI single for Bevel, scores
Top
Chase
the order, number
Sen.
6, Caleb Christensen.
Moves Brady Hecker up to third, and Bevel on first. So runners on the corners now with 1 out. And Caleb Christensen top the order again here. It's the 4th time he's been to the plate today. So the Stars get on the board. They are still well short of where they need to be here right now.
Oh, yeah, I think.
Runners stay put where they're at. Every time they hit it in the batting cage, I think Caleb Christensen hit the ball. And I look up. I may have heard a faint "Don't Walk 'em" from Zimmerman on the way back from the mound visit through our field mic. Here's the windup in the 3-1. And he does throw a strike. It's 3-2. Strike followed by a trio of balls, and now another strike. And we're at a full count as a result. 3-2 in a 6-1 game. And he'll walk him. And now load the bases again here for the Stars on the walk for Jackson Ammerman.
Number 28, Jackson Ammerman.
Go, get us a ground ball. Let's go. Oh, Hammock.
2-0 count here to Ammerman. Kobe Hansen awaits on deck if Ammerman can reach base with no outs occurring. Actually, I take that back. An out could occur. As long as no double play happens, then we'll see Kobe Hansen next. 2-1.
Okay,
3-1 pitch coming up here. Brown delivers and walks them. And that brings in a run on a bases loaded walk. And now it's 6-2, and Kobe Hansen will step up to the plate. Because with one swing of the bat, the Stars could potentially tie this game if they could get one out of the park. As I was told from one of the local guys here yesterday, you don't see too many home runs on Warrior Field, even from the home team. And it's usually because of the wind that keeps the balls inside of the park. We've seen Andre Work hit a couple to deep that came that close to going out. I believe it was Jackson Ammerman yesterday who hit a ground rule double over the left field wall on one bounce. But nothing has gone right over the wall. Just there's been a few deep flyouts, but nothing over the wall. So if this is grounded out to a positional player, look for the throw to come back home to Zimmerman. If this is a deep flyout, you can look for Carson Bevel to tag on third, which would cut the lead in half. But it also put 2 outs on the board. How much more damage can they do with only 1 out on the board? We'll find out. A little chopper to short, up to second, and he dropped the ball. So they record the second out. The run scores. It's 6-3. Christensen up to third, and Hansen on with a fielder's choice.
Number 15, Eli Mock.
First pitch to Moxon for a strike, 0-1. 2 for 3, a single, fly out, and a single. Snap throw at the first, and runner back in time. One, 2 here to Mock. Up to second. That's all they needed. They'll strand 2 on base. They get 3.
This one.
But that'll do it.
Score of the Team KB Warriors of Westside 6 and the Fargo Stars 3.
6-3 your final here
We
after
appreciate everyone
7.
coming out tonight. Please drive home safely or drive back to your hotel safely. And the next game will begin soon.
And the Stars will play the North Platte Nationals here. Scheduled start for 7, but it's probably going to, or no, actually, scheduled start is 7:30. So we might get going a couple minutes early, but we'll definitely be on by 7:30. So we'll talk to you again soon here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Once again, your final score. The Stars get 3 in the top of the 7th, but it's not enough to close the gap, and the Warriors win at 6-3. And the Stars fall to 22-22 on the season and 0-3 in the Creighton Prep Tournament. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with the next game here on Magnitude Sports.
Was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.